Hello, lovelies. All right, so we had an interesting conversation this last couple days. Someone asked, why do you make your little dangles, or how do you make the little dangles? So if you saw my previous video with the Halloween charm, we had all these little dangles. There's up to like 5 of them, and then we also make one out of the focal bead. And in it I explained that a dangle is basically your flathead pin, your seed beads, okay, and usually I use different sizes. So this is a 4mm, that's a 6, that's a 6, but it's considered a, you know, the flatter one, the I can't remember the name of it, but you guys will tell me. Anyways, this is your dangle, okay, and dangles are all different sizes, and that's exactly what they do. They dangle off of a chain. Now, making a bead dangle, you are going to use a spacer bead. You're also going to use the small seed bead or faceted bead as toppers on the bottom and the top. I am one that tend to roll my pin. I don't do the fancy kind of twirl around this, that, and I definitely don't do cutting and then just do one. I like rolling. I feel that rolling secures it a little longer. It keeps it, you know, it holds it tighter. But again, that's my preference. When it comes to beading, everybody has their own style. But I do the rolled kind of finish here, okay? So let's make a couple of dangles just so we can see how we get those done, okay? And since I'm working on Halloween stuff, I'm gonna grab my 4mm faceted. I tend to use just a plain crystal, okay, because it, you know, it's not meant to be the main attraction. It's just meant to be in between your pin and your bead. So this is what I use. I've used seed beads in the past. I use all sorts of colors and things like that, but definitely my main go-to is my 4mm faceted bead, okay? And then we're going to grab, let's make an eyelet dangle first. And this is a 40mm pin eyelet, okay? And we're going to put our bead. Oh, where am I? Okay, so there you go. And then we're going to go with color. Now, dangles, again, they can be long or they can be short, but they're just kind of meant to be the accents of whatever it is you're doing. So, because we're working on Halloween, let's grab some orange. And I'll grab a little orange heart here. That's so cute. Let's thread that through. Okay, so it's gonna fall sideways. And then we'll thread through our closing bead. Oh, sorry guys, I can't see the hole here. All right, and that's your dangle, okay? So that's all you have to it. Now we got to close it up. So I use my round nose pliers, and again, I like a rounded finish, which means that I go 1 and then I keep going 2 usually, and that leaves you enough room for your jump ring, but it also finishes it off. And that's it, guys. That's your dangle. That's all there is to it. You're going to add a jump ring on the top. You can add a jump ring to the bottom. Okay. Or you can add a charm directly. So in this instance, I have, let's see. Oh, I have my black cat in a pumpkin. This is my chain that I'm about to start. And I have my jump ring. And we're gonna just use that right there. And we don't want to go, again, too far. Okay, I've said this before, so I'll say it again. Do a 3 count. 1, 2, 3, and then link. And that's it. That is your dangle on your chain, and you're just going to continue to work that all the way up. Okay, so I hope this was helpful in learning how to do dangles. We'll do one more so that you can see it on a flat pin. Again, 40 millimeter is what I'm using. If you want it longer, use a 50 or a 60, but 40 millimeter I always find is a nice halfway point. Okay, so 40 millimeter, we are grabbing our faceted bead. Okay, and we are grabbing our small bead. Okay, this one's going to be smaller because we are using just small beads for it. This was a 4 millimeter faceted and a 6 millimeter round. Okay, and you can leave it like this, or you can add another 6 millimeter round. And it creates a little bit of a drop, right? Now, do you want to finish it off with a faceted, or do you want to leave it round? It's really up to you. However long you think you need your dangle to be, that's what's important. Okay, so I'm finishing it off with the faceted because that is a midway point dangle, and I tend to like those a little longer. Again, I went around, and because this wasn't as long as the other one, I was able to get 3 whole turns, okay? And get that nice and tucked. Get my jump ring. I'm gonna put this here. Making sure that our chain is facing forward so that we can come on this side. And again, we're counting up 1, 2, 3. And close. And there you go. That is your dangle. Okay? All right, guys, I really do hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like or subscribe. I am a new YouTuber, and I'm just making some stuff to put on my Etsy store and to be helpful in the community. Have a great day.